Many employees are returning to Bronx Lebanon Hospital today for the first time since a shooting rampage claimed the life of a colleague. They are the men and women who did everything they could to help keep patients safe, and they've shared their stories with CBS 2's Magdalena Doris. She joins us live from the Mount Eden section with more. Maggie?
And good afternoon. I talked to hospital nurses and doctors who spoke with us earlier this afternoon. They say they were trying to keep their calm the best they could. This is what their training enabled them to do. But there were SWAT teams bursting into the emergency rooms. There was smoke filling up the hallways of this hospital. And they knew that there was an active shooter shooting doctors and nurses here inside the building, but they did everything they could to remain calm and to keep their patients safe. Unfortunately, one doctor did not make it. A smiling Dr. Ajawoy left Bronx Lebanon Hospital this afternoon surrounded by family and proud co-workers after being shot in the neck on Friday. One of 7 hit by bullets in a rage-filled rampage. Her co-worker, Dr. Tracy Tam, was the sole fatality.
The father asked this question, why only my daughter died? And it's tough to answer that.
The 32-year-old attending physician was killed instantly when a disgruntled former employee, Henry Bello, started firing a rifle inside Bronx Lebanon Hospital. She did not know Bello and wasn't even supposed to be at work.
She was constantly helping and helping others out when they needed her.
As the sound of gunfire erupted, doctors and nurses were tasked with protecting everyone in their midst. 32-year-old gastroenterologist Hassan Tariq was shot in the left wrist. Medical assistant Kenya Blondell rushed to his aid.
He was just screaming, save my hand, and that was just our goal, to just save his hand.
The fire alarm was ringing. All the power to the elevators was cut.
We didn't know at the time where the active shooter was in the building. We just were running with him down the stairs.
Dr. Tariq didn't recognize the shooter as a former employee.
All he kept saying was he's tall, black, and bald.
Nurse Donna Lee Peterkin did. After the terrifying day she had, she learned Dr. Bello was the person who shot her co-workers before turning the gun on himself.
He didn't show any signs that he was capable of doing this.
Nurse Peterkin was stuck on the 12th floor in a patient's room, which was filling with smoke, as she heard gunfire and ducked under the bed.
I was scared and she was scared, but I had to be brave for her so that she could see that somebody was there for her, because that's what we are called to do.
Hospital staff credits the quick thinking of employees and frequent drills for keeping 500 patients safe during the terrifying active shooter situation. There was one civilian who had minor injuries. All of the hospital staff, according to officials here, are improving in their health. As I mentioned, one woman was able to go home to her family tonight. As for Dr. Tam, a vigil will be held here on Thursday in her memory. We're live in the Mount Eden section of the Bronx. Magdalena Doris, CBS 2 News.